Great. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our November HomeHub informational session. And this is kind of going to be centered on overview on why as an agent you should use HomeHub. Now, I do have a new puppy at home, so you'll have to excuse if you hear a little bit of barking or whining because he's used to why mommy and daddy work virtually too. Sometimes he's got to be in his crate, so he's getting used to that too. Mr. Wiggle. So with that said, today we have Kate Lesueur. She is our Senior Customer Success Manager, and she's going to present to us. We'll have a few questions. Juan, also Kate may be jumping on an agent, just ask for his email password, so we may see him jump on too. But we're going to talk about why we should use HomeHub for our current clients, past clients, sphere of influence, show you some things, and talk about those new enhancements too as well. So Kate, thanks for joining us today, and take it away.
Thanks, Danielle. I have to say hi to Deborah, who is on every one of these calls. Deborah, where are you located? What state are you in? I could read your lips. I think you said Florida.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We're in Florida, Amelia Island.
Oh, well, that's probably
So
way nicer than it.
We're in the
it
Premier Group.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know that it's lovely to see your face every month. And I just wanted to say hello. So
it's such a beautiful area. She says it's just gorgeous.
Does it rival the beauty of cloudy Cleveland though? I mean, I can't imagine. So
I think it might even win.
Yeah, I'll probably have to head down there at some point.
Yeah.
All right. So exactly what Danielle said. I think hopefully you've been on some of these calls or you're familiar with HomeHub. It is powered by Live Easy. That's the kind of parent vendor of the program, but it is white labeled to Schmidt and HomeHub. So what we're going to discuss today, really, what is it? And then the kind of why behind why you want to use it. Talking too fast here. I love to tell people I'm actually a licensed realtor. I've been licensed since 2010. And so I give a bit of a spin on some of these tech tools as how you can use it for lead generation and really trying to get new leads with the benefit of using HomeHub. So let's start with what that overview is. All right. So a lot of people are familiar with HomeHub as a moving concierge, and that is really where we got started, although we're going to discuss a lot of different new enhancements today that are less about moving and more about living, but how this process works. So once an agent gets a real estate transaction, buyer or seller, so listing or a buyer, once that deal has gone pending, the client's going to get invited to a dashboard. It's a moving dashboard, and I'm going to show you here towards the end of the class. They will also have access to a real life moving concierge assistant. And that's really what it feels like. So I usually like to ask, and Deborah, since you're the face I'm going to see, you're going to have to answer all of my questions. I usually like to ask if raise your hand, or if you can on Zoom, if you've ever moved in your life and you did not like it. Does anyone enjoy moving?
No.
Yes, thank you. It's not fun. It's awful. It's exhausting. It's a lot of work. And there's a lot of different phone calls and time on hold that we experience during those moves. So you have a real life concierge for your client that is part of the HomeHub experience. It's going to help set their internet and cable, their utilities, check on moving services. Maybe they want a security or solar package. There's a lot of different things that the concierge does. So a few things I want to tell agents here that differentiates this program compared to other programs. So I will let you know, there are moving services out there. There are moving concierge companies out there, but they usually aren't a real person. It's usually a call center. You don't get the same person every time. Maybe it's artificial intelligence. Maybe it's someone overseas. Who knows, right? But in this case, you get the same concierge. So you establish that rapport. They are real life people. We are based in either Utah or Ohio, depending on the time zone. And that really does differentiate us as an extension of that agent's brand. What's really great about this process and this service is after that move happens, 30 days after title has transferred, after that deal has closed, the client will then get invited to a home ownership dashboard. In fact, that moving dashboard is just going to transfer over to a home ownership dashboard. What that looks like is think about everything that your clients are asking you, or if you're a homeowner, what are you looking up online? What are things that interest you? You want to know what the value is of your home. You want to know the equity you have. You want to keep track of your appliances. You want to look up different trusted professionals. You need a contractor. All of that is available now on an agent branded website that you can provide your entire sphere. So I want to take a moment here and just say, I understand, that this moving service, this is really helpful for those clients, but some agents, they might not want to use it. Some agents just say, I want to do that moving service myself, or I want to take care of this. So I'm going to say a few things. One, we're saving you a lot of time, and it's definitely more efficient to allow the concierge to do that. We do mention the agent's name, brokerage, so it does feel very white labeled. But if you're someone who maybe you were like, I didn't even know this service was available, and I have all of these clients that I want to invite, can I still do that? Absolutely. You can invite anyone, whether they've been in their house for 10 months or 10 years, to the home ownership dashboard. That's going to really keep that agent top of mind. This is available for life. So as long as you are a realtor, your clients can access this branded to you, the agent. From this dashboard, there's a lovely button that says, ready for your next move. And then the agent gets notified that that client is now looking at a different, possibly selling their home, looking to move. And this goes across the entire United States. So referrals are the best, right? I would love to get a referral. If someone's looking to move out of my market area and they click on that button, I'll be notified where they're going, and then I can help get that referral. And then this cycle goes on and on so that that agent is never forgotten. I love to give that one experience. I think we all have, hopefully, I shouldn't say all of it experience, but ever sold a house, a couple of years later, you're walking down the street, you're driving by it, and you see another sign in that yard that's not your name selling the house. What an awful feeling that is. A lot of times we run into those people right there at the grocery store. They're like, oh my God, I just listed my house and I would have used you, but I forgot who you were. In this case, you will not be forgotten. You're providing something of value forever to those clients. So why do you want to use it? It is automated. That's the best thing. So I mentioned I'm a realtor. I've come from a long family of realtors. And the one thing that my mom tells me every day is like, I don't want to learn another tech tool. There's too much. And you all being part of such a great brokerage, you probably have a lot that you need to be learning too. The best part about this is there's no tech learning. You don't have to know anything or do anything with the product. It is entirely automated. The one piece of advice or the one homework assignment I love to give is to tell your clients early, often, and always. That's all you need to do. You need to remind your clients that this is a service, because if they know that it's coming from their agent, they're far more likely to go and use it than if they had no idea what was expected. All right. Personalized assistance. I talked about that we have real life people that are helping your clients, and I really can't stress that enough. These concierge will say, congrats on your deal, with Danielle Ottomer over at Schmidt Family, Coldwell Banker Schmidt. We're part of the HomeHub service. Do you need help with your move? So it really looks like Danielle has a full team of people helping all of her clients. That when I talk about this, I actually tell my clients, someone from my personal moving team will be reaching out to you. And then, of course, those clients are so impressed that you have a personal moving team that's going to help do all of this for them. So use that to your advantage, because it does feel like a personalized white glove service. Staying top of mind and being the source of all things real estate kind of go hand in hand. When someone thinks of real estate, when someone thinks of something related to their home, equity, loan balance, their home valuation, a trusted professional, their appliances and warranty, you want them to think of you, and this site is going to make sure that they do that. And then supporting those core services. There's a ton of stats out there, but when you're keeping things in-house with that brokerage, it is a far easier travel to the closing table than if it were not within the brokerage ancillary services. So far less issues when you keep that in-house. All right. So now you're probably thinking, okay, sounds pretty great, but you're going to reach out to my client without telling me. And then to that, I answer absolutely not. We will not ever reach out to a client without telling the agent first. I think that's a really important thing, because this usually is one of those objections where agents are like, I just want to know before you do it. I just want to tell them, or I just want to see it, or I just want to go in and check on things. Absolutely, as a great agent would, right? So you will get, as an agent, you will get an email once that deal has gone pending that says, congrats, you just sold or listed a home. We are here to help. But if you don't want us to help, you can scroll to the bottom of that invite and you'll see disable, and you can click that button and we will not reach out to your client. Why would you want to click that? Well, I would like to say you wouldn't. It's a great complimentary service. It's going to help your client, but maybe it's an investor who doesn't need a moving company. Maybe it's someone who doesn't need utilities. Maybe it's a land deal or whatever it may be. You can always hit disable and that deal, or excuse me, and that communication will not go to the client. But again, when I said there's no training involved, if you do nothing, if you just see this email and you think, oh, I better tell my client to expect to hear from my personal concierge service, just do that. If you do nothing, this email will go out to your client, inviting them to the dashboard. Any questions on anything so far? Feel like I'm talking really fast this time for some reason. So I was just trying to take a break. I will look to you, Danielle, and Deborah to say, like, slow down if it gets really bad.
You're doing great. Thank you.
All right. So that client will get a welcome email that is totally branded to the brokerage. Whatever brand you are part of, it will be branded. And it will have the agent's name, the brokerage name, and the concierge name. So why I think this is really important. One, your client can do everything that they'd like on the dashboard, but maybe they don't want to click in and go online. They will also have access to a concierge assistant that they can have a phone call with or text. So we have hit all the different avenues, no matter what your client preferred form of communication is. There's email, there's phone call, and there's text messaging available. So that first email is just the initial invite to the dashboard. All right. And of course, the agent will get that first. So you're about to hear one of your new features in one moment, but wanted to tell you what that communication cadence looks like. So you will get your client will get an email and a text on day one. And this is very important that you all understand this part. Our texting service is an enhanced version of what it was. So before, when we would text, it would say, click this link to schedule a call. That's outbound texting. That's not conversational. That doesn't start any type of responsive texting. So I'm 36 years old. If I could just text a concierge all day and be like, I want this service, I want that, don't ever call me, let's just text, I'm probably going to go that route. And that's what this allows those clients to do. It is responsive texting. That also means that if your client says, I'm not available right now, that we're going to respond right back and say, do you want us to try again tomorrow? Or is there a day that works for you? So it is like a conversation, which if your client does not want that, all they need to say is stop. But if they don't, then of course we're going to keep reaching out, because we do want to have that conversation and we do want to schedule that appointment. So this intro text is the only one on here that says text. But there could be text on each of these days as well, depending how your client replies. So it's not like one text. I just want to make sure that that's very clear to everyone, that it is a responsive feature. And that's one of our new upgrades, which is really great to help people with those texting. And in fact, Danielle, I think I told you this one, but I don't know if I was on a HomeHub. Early last month, maybe it was, because we did have a HomeHub before that. Early last month, we got a testimonial, a deaf couple did all of their concierge services through text messaging, which is just a great testimonial to how the text works and how great that is. And sometimes it just makes it a lot easier. Maybe someone's really busy, or they're only, they work the night shift and they got to sleep, or for whatever reason, they're not able to make those phone calls. They can do a lot of this on that responsive text feature. So please tell your clients to expect that as well. Other than that, these numbers represent days post-pending. So the first day, the second day, a week later, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks. Each one of these different cadences only occur if your client doesn't say, leave me alone. If at any point your client says, we're not interested, we've already handled all of this, thank you, then that communication will stop right then and there. We do not spam, sell, share any data. It is entirely against our business model. So if your client thinks they're getting spammed from a concierge service, I guarantee you it's not us, it's someone else. This is kind of what you see is what you get here. If we help your client at any point, then of course the cadence would stop. And then on day 21, if we have not helped them and they've not responded, we basically say, thanks for your time. Congrats on your home. We're not going to bother you again, but we're here if you need anything. Now, the really exciting news for you all, the new upgrade. You all are one of our brokerages that will receive a branded phone call and text service. So this is really important to get accurate phone numbers, because now we have that texting service where they can do the responsive texting. But how many of you, I guess I'm looking at Danielle and Deborah, how many of you get spam phone calls from these crazy numbers all the time? Even sometimes it's like it's your zip code, right? Or it's your area code and you're like, what's going on? So we now have allowed the Schmidt family, all brands, to receive the phone calls and text messaging on the caller ID to read HomeHub Concierge. So your clients will see that it's not spam, that it is a real service, which again is why it's so important to make sure that we do get accurate phone numbers, and we do just get those phone numbers for the client. Let them decide if they want to use a service or not. But that branded service is a new upgrade and feature along with the new text messaging.
I'm super excited about that, Kate.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think we'll see a lot of people really appreciate that once it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go live on the platform, let's get through some of those questions you're probably all thinking about. Who we are and what we're not. So who we are, branded to the agent. I have stressed that on just about every slide so far. I want everyone to know that the concierge calls the client and they will say, congrats on your deal with agent name over at Caldwell Schmidt, or C21 Schmidt, or Elite Southern, whatever it may be, the brand. They are going to say the brand, or excuse me, the brokerage. And they will say, my name is Kate. I'm with the HomeHub Concierge. So white labeled, do you need help with your move? So as an agent, actually, you know what I have to say? I have to give credit to Katie. She thought of a great line. We are one of the most popular concierge services that no one knows about, because it's white labeled. So no one knows Live Easy. They know HomeHub as Schmidt family of companies. So use that to your advantage. This is your personal moving team helping your clients. PCI compliant. There's a level of compliance that we have reached when taking any personal information over the phone. Sometimes we do have to get an address, a date of birth, social security, the last four of a social, credit information. We have we have 12 standards that we have to abide by. You can Google them all, but basically we have no ability on our concierge computers to screen share, to copy and paste, to take a screenshot, to we're not allowed to have phones out. We have someone that's monitoring the area. So there is a level of compliance that I argue is even safer than if someone were to call all of the other companies, because if I'm moving and I'm not using the concierge, I'm giving the water department, the sewer department, electric, gas, cable, internet, whatever. I'm giving all of those people my information over the phone. That's 5 different phone calls, where with HomeHub, it's one 30-minute phone call. So it's arguably a bit safer. Complimentary, it's free. All right. I make the joke, we're not supposed to use the word free. One, it's way easier to say, but it sounds free. All right. It is a free service because of your broker. So thank you to Schmidt and HomeHub. This is free to all of you agents and free to all of your clients. Real people, we've talked about that as well. There are concierge services out there. They might be real people, but it's never the same person. It's not personalized. Maybe they're some call center. They might not even be stateside. We are a true white glove personalized service with real people and authorized dealers. So this is a great thing. One, we're not a middleman. So we're doing things in real time on the site. But because we're authorized dealers at the scope in which we're able to help your clients, we can provide your clients better deals on almost every type of product that they're looking for during the move. That's internet, cable, security, or solar, than if they were to go directly to those providers, which is a really cool thing to be able to say that you can offer your clients. What we're not, spamming, selling, sharing, never do it. We absolutely, totally against our business model. In fact, our company was founded because our CEO was moving and put his information in online and just started getting bombarded with information. So he said, I'm making a company that doesn't do that. And that's honestly how we were started. So we do not spam, sell, or share any of that data. Now the fun part. Let's show you what this dashboard looks like. Are we all seeing it says welcome Kate on my screen? I hope it's still awesome.
Yes.
All right, so this is the moving dashboard. Keep in mind that the client can just have a phone call with their concierge. They might never see the dashboard. There's no reason for them to go in if they don't want to do things online. I'm just going to briefly show you what this looks like for those clients. All right, so we can click on mortgage and we're going to see Coast One Mortgage. We see Schmidt information. I can submit my info. So you do see the ancillary services on here. I know that question comes up a lot with agents. These are stuck on the dashboard. So the agent does not see them on their dashboard because you can't modify them. You can't edit them. You can't remove them. So when you don't see them, believe me, that doesn't mean they're not there. That means that you can't do anything to them and they're stuck there. So your clients are seeing them. Please, I know some admins have asked that question as well. Please make sure that those agents do know that that information is on there. All right. So it has my information here, 48 days till I'm moving. I'm moving to Texas, apparently. And this is my demo account. So good old Texas, not the beautiful place where Deborah is in Florida. I wish. But so it has my move and the day that I'm moving, and there's my concierge. As an agent, I'll be notified that Jesus is the concierge. I can call my client and actually say, Jesus from my personal moving team is going to call you. And now it feels very personal. All right, I scroll down. This is just on the dashboard. You see home improvement projects, just some clickbait to have your clients click through and see things. And then this is fun. This is a new enhancement as well. We have new partnerships with the companies that clients want when they're moving. Before it was like free, there was like ground beef. It might be turkey again, but oh, it's gone. So, oh, free bacon, even better. All right. In just the 2 months that I've done training, these have changed. They have rotated constantly. So you want your clients to go in there, home chef options, Microsoft Office, Keurig. So great things for the holidays. We're also going to do some, what's that holiday? Black Friday, that holiday. We're gonna do some Black Friday specials as well. So these are rotating. It's just a nice thing to have on the dashboard. I think we had a Chewy one if people wanted to look at Chewy delivery for their new house, but just nice stuff that people are looking at and they're like, oh, you know what? I want to get a new service for my TV when they're moving. I'm sick of moving. I'm ready to just have some wine. That's what I want, right? So all of this is available on that dashboard. All right, the only other thing I'm going to show you, so all of these options are here that the client can do themselves, but let's just look at internet and cable. I can click through. It already has my address, right? So it's pulling this stuff up for me, but I'm like, you know what? I really want to just talk to Jesus and be like, I need the sports channels for my husband and I need the movie channels and really good internet. Is there something else we can do? And he's down there. I can schedule a call with him, or I can click what I'd like, and then he can fill that in. So you'll see a lot of spectrum obviously is there, but which is funny because I only have spectrum in my area. But this is what the client could see. Of course, they can do everything on the phone as well. All right. So the next thing I wanted to share with you all is the home management dashboard. This is the one that I absolutely love. This has a lot of new features on it, but we'll go through some of them. And then this is what you're able to send all of your friends, family, everyone. In fact, I'm going to give you some great ideas on how you can share this dashboard because it is a unique URL for each agent for the holidays. I'd put it in some holiday cards. I would send this out on little gift tags for the holidays. Don't worry, we'll give you a bunch of ideas and your marketing team is amazing. So most of it is already done. All right, so I'm on my dashboard and now you'll see it's very similar to the moving dashboard. We don't want to confuse people. We want them to be familiar with how that works. So I want to learn more about my home. So I see my home estimate should pop up here. And then of course, I want to talk to my agent about it. I want more information. Well, it did just show up. Maybe it's because I have way too many windows open, which is typical, but that's my agent. Katie agent, I want to reach out to her. This is meant to be kind of a tease. This is meant to be like, oh, You know, I want to get more about what my equity is, what my loan balance is, and then what my home value is. You all just saw this was on the front screen. So I'm, of course, in live trainings. Why would it show up where I need it to? Yes, you will see your home valuation on that front screen. And then under home insights, another option here is mortgage balance. So there's my mortgage balance, and this is populated because I put my information in. If someone has gone through the moving dashboard and there's things on public record that we have, this will automatically populate, and they won't have to go on Google or go to their bank or whoever is doing their mortgage to get this information. It will be there available, and you'll see Coast One Mortgage obviously as well. The next one, the next two actually are my favorite. So savings calculator. I want to pay an extra $150 a month. I can click calculate. This is just going to give me an estimated amount of how much I'm going to save over time, over how many years. Do I want to learn more? Do I want to discuss that? What a great thing to be able to save that money. I can put it towards something else, whatever. But again, this is stuff that your clients are going to want to look at and pay attention to, that you're able to provide them for life. So now I saw, wow, I got some equity from 2020. What if I sold my house? I think it said it was like $349. All right, what my proceeds would be, estimated net proceeds, my purchase price. I want to buy something that's $450. I'm just going to leave everything as is. Your clients can click calculate, and it's going to let them look to, if they want to be as specific, they can add their utilities, internet, cable, security, home warranty, all of that in here, and say, okay, wow, I'm about like $3,000 a month for my payment. Maybe that is what I can afford. Maybe it is time that we upgrade. I'm going to call Coast One Mortgage, and I'm going to call my agent. You see, sell my current home, buy a new home, buy a vacation home, invest in a rental property. All of this available to your client. And then the last thing I'll share, my equity breakdown. Maybe I want to take out a home equity line of credit. What can I get from my equity, and what should I do with it? Your agent, or excuse me, you, the agent, will be notified when your client starts clicking on some of these buttons, which then you could say, oh, wow, are you redoing a few things in your house, or what's going on? I always laugh, you can be less creepy and say, hey, how's it going? I know when you bought your house, you were looking to do some things. And then of course they say, yep, how did you know? Perfect timing. Do you want to come over? Let's do a CMA. And congratulations, you got a new listing. All right. So a great way to, again, stay top of mind, being the source of all things real estate that we want to be able to share with your clients. So from here, the last thing I want to share before we go to the agent dashboard are these home pros. Another new feature, I'm going to say new until the end of this year because it has been new. One, we do have a partnership with Thumbtack, but the exciting news is you, the agent, you're able to add all of your own vendors on this site and share it with your clients. So let's say I want to look at a handyman. All right. This demo account, I'm pretty sure Katie has not added any handymen in here. So we just see what's available on Thumbtack. It will never be empty, ever. It will always have something. But let's say that Katie, my agent, had added someone on here. It will always be prioritized above Thumbtack. It will say either agent preferred or brokerage preferred. It will have the logo, or your agent will have your little pretty face right there, so your client knows who you are recommending. I give 2 pieces of advice on this. One, share that with your vendors, with your handyman. Tell them that you're doing this so that when they get a request from one of your clients, you say, hey, give them a little bit more priority, or share this with them. And give them a little bit better service because you're giving them free advertising, right? Also, the other thing I want to mention is contractors, good contractors are hard to come by. I get that. As an agent, when I add my own vendors on here, only my clients will see it. So I don't want to share my handyman with Deborah and her people. It's just for me. So if I add it to my dashboard, don't worry, only my clients will see it. If the admin at an office or the brokerage adds someone, then yes, that will be available to everyone either in the office or in the brokerage. All right. Last thing from here, you're going to see other services. Plan your next move. Let's sell my house. Let's move to Amelia. What was it? Where are
Amelia
you?
Island, Ferdinand
Island.
Beach. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, we're going to that place, wherever Amelia Island Way is. It sounds pretty. It's in Florida. All right, we'll click next. And now I can submit this to my agent, whether Katie works down there or not, doesn't matter. She can now say, I saw that you're looking to move. I'm going to hook you up with a great agent. You know, you're in good hands, and my client can still have access to that concierge service. So you're providing a service complimentary for life. All right, now the fun stuff. We're going to talk about your agent dashboard before I give you some great ideas. So this is what an agent dashboard is going to look like. I'm not even going to mention single sign-on because I feel like I jinx it every time. But stay tuned. We might have good news in the future. Right now, if you do need someone to resend your login, you can email help@moviez.com or Danielle. Danielle is definitely able to log in, and we can put her information in there if you're not familiar with it. But she can send you your login information. Once you're in, I'm going to give you 5 homework assignments. All right. Don't worry. They're super easy. Your first one is to tour the platform, become familiar with it. Look at your clients, see what some of these buttons mean. Look when they logged in, when are they moving, how they signed up. Just become familiar with it. Once you've done that, and also, check on where your account is. Look at your menu bar. Just become familiar with the dashboard. You can't break it, I promise. All right, the next thing I'm going to ask you all to do, which is the new one, is add your vendor. So up here at the top, you're going to see add vendor. Click on this. And if you'd like to, you can add one at a time. Maybe you've got a kid coming home from college for the holiday break, and they need something to do besides sleep in all day. Put them to work, right? What a great thing to have. You got a little assistance for the time being. You can add your own vendors. So a vendor name and telephone have the asterisk. That's the only thing that's required. But of course, the more that you add, the better it's going to look. All right. You have to select a county for the vendor for a few reasons. One, we need to map it. So when that client puts their address in, it will pull whatever their zip code is for that county. That's how we're going to know who to send them. If you don't ever map it, then we won't be able to share that with anyone because we don't know who they belong to. So make sure that you do map the county. We've seen that a few times. All right. You can add more than one by emailing help@moviez.com if you have a CSV file or an Excel file, or if you're techie enough, under add multiple vendors, there is an Excel file that you're able to download, and there is a very easy tech tip. So you don't have to watch a 45-minute training. You only have to watch a 2-minute training on how to do that. You can download the template and upload all of them. The reason I say that this is your second assignment is before you invite a bunch of people to the dashboard, don't you want your dashboard to look as pretty as possible? You want it to have everything in there, because you start inviting people and they're clicking on stuff and they're like, oh, there's no vendors in here, or no one that my agent's added. Maybe they won't ever go back in. So let's get your dashboard as pretty as possible before we start inviting our clients. And in doing that, I'm going to give you some advanced HomeHub advanced for your next assignment. I'm going a little out of order, but I do think that this one is great before you invite your clients. So the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is under the account, you see email content. All right. From here, you see email for buyers, sellers, sphere of influence. You don't have to invite buyers and sellers. It's going to be automated, but maybe you want to. You can click on that information. You can add a client, not a problem. What we want to do is we want to edit the invite for our sphere of influence because it's the holidays and this is a complimentary gift that you're going to give all of them. So let's change what we're going to say. So I'm going to click on that. And the computer is going to force me to take a breath. All right, once this loads, it's going to allow you to actually edit and personalize that invite for your sphere contacts. So, you can put, if you wanted to do it at the end of the year, I hope you had a great year in your home, a lot of lovely memories. Wanted to share this complimentary home management dashboard for you as my gift to you. Happy holidays, whatever. Change this, make it sound like you, make it personal. I do this all the time. I use the word, I think I probably said it a few times here. I say awesome and sweet. So I'm like, oh, it's so awesome. I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to say, here's an awesome home management dashboard. They're going to know that I wrote it. All right. Think of this as great clickbait. Change that subject line. Happy holidays, my free gift to you. Someone sends me that email, I'm opening it, right? Or thankful for you, wanted to send you something. Claim your account, things like that, people are going to open. So definitely change those subject lines. And then you can invite all of your clients. So we are now, those were the first three. It was tour the platform, add vendors, change your email. And now we're on homework assignment 4. Remember, there's only 5. We want to invite those clients. So click on invite client. You see the new buyer, new seller. You don't have to use that. It's automated, but there's sphere of influence. Click on that. You want to invite one at a time? Absolutely. In fact, I tell agents all the time, invite yourself, but don't use your work real estate email because the system has that as your agent account and it will get very confused. So if you have a personal email, a spouse, a kid's email, friend, whatever, use that. But why don't you check and see if you have some savings? Check the value of your home. Maybe you can get a better deal on your internet and cable. As an agent, just become familiar with the tools that you're sending your client. You'll speak to them much more authentically, and it will definitely sound like you know what you're talking about. So invite yourself. Oh, sound like someone unmuted. Okay, invite yourself, invite clients, whatever. Invite one at a time. Hit send email, or if you want to invite multiple, you can click invite multiple. The same way that vendor sheet was, you can download a template and then add all of your thousands and thousands of past clients, upload it and click upload file. That invite will then go, which is of course why we wanted to change the email before we added our clients, because we want them to get that new email, right? All right. There was one more assignment and a couple more slides. So bear with me. The last assignment is you all have a unique URL. So up here, this darkened part of the URL, hopefully you can see it. It's usually your first name dash last name.moveeasy.com. That is a lead capture landing page. That is for lead generation. Make that into a QR code. Put that in your signature. Share it on social media. Talk to your marketing department. They have plenty of things that they can do for you with that QR code. A few examples here. So I wanted to share this with you all. All right. So holidays, make a sticker. Halloween's over, but next year, put it on Halloween candy. Gift tags, put it on closing gifts, put it on holiday gifts, send it on postcards. It is a great way to stay top of mind with your sphere. Someone the other day brought up, they give pies around Thanksgiving. Put this on the pie, like thankful for you. Here's a pie and your complimentary home management dashboard. Your team will help you do that, but please take advantage of the fact that you have your own lead capture landing page, unique URL. Because of the enhancements and new features on the home management dashboard, there it is. We have a current contest going on that has now been extended through January 1st, because there's a lot of holidays in December that we forgot about. Well, I shouldn't say we forgot about, that we want agents to take advantage of to start getting this to their clients. So this contest is now through January 1st, but basically you want to win $50. You want to win a couple $50 gift cards to anywhere you want. You want Lowe's, you want Amazon, you just want a Visa gift card, doesn't matter. We will, if you add 50 people to your home management dashboard, the ones that they're going to want to use anyway, for every 50 clients you add, we will give you 5 entries into a client for life contest and the possibility of winning a $50 gift card. We are tracking that. We will send an email out for once we get closer to announce the winners. But it's an incentive for you to just build your business. You want $50 and more clients? Why not take advantage of it? All right. So I wanted to make sure that that was out there. Excuse me. And it looks like, the last new enhancement and feature, we have so many. We have created a new support center that is not tech-based. I know all of you are like, man, this woman talks forever about everything, way too fast. Guess what? You can go to this support center and watch little clips of how to utilize this for lead capture and lead generation. You'll see up here, it says start generating leads today. We're going to tell you how to do this at an open house, how to bring it up to buyers, how to share this on a listing presentation. So we've actually thought of the ways in which you can use this to build your business, not just how to use the tech component of it. And I know that the marketing team has created a lot of great stuff, and they will continue to. I'm going to just plug, tell everyone that come the start of the year, the first HomeHub session we will have at the start of the year is going to be incredible. It will be epic. That is the word I will use. It will be epic. So start getting your clients in there, and stay tuned for some great new enhancements coming at the start of the year. Danielle, I hope I was allowed to say that.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to say, I am always available for additional office trainings. I talk slower. I promise I will talk slower. But please take advantage of that. I actually just yesterday had an awesome session at the Strongsville Schmidt. So if you're in the Cleveland area, I can be there in person, but of course it would likely have to be on Zoom. I don't think they are going to fly me to Florida for office meetings as much as I would love them to. But please take down my information if you do want any of that. If you do want me to visit or talk about any type of training, please take advantage of that. And then also the help@moviez.com. I can't stress enough, we are not a huge company with, all these different people reading support articles. We have a small support team that is so personal and quick and amazing. I mean, Danielle knows them by name. Mo and Rocky. When you see an email like help at whatever the company is, you're like, oh, I'm just going to go into some massive funnel. That is not true for us. I promise. They respond within 12 minutes. They are real people. They will even give you their cell phone. So take advantage of the help at MoveEasy as well. Danielle, anything you need to add?
Oh, wonderful job. Thank you so much, Kate, for sharing, just the great overview of HomeHub, all the new enhancements, what the dashboard looks like, for our people, our clients and sphere of influence, and what the agent dashboard looks like too as well. So as Kate mentioned, we are going into office meetings, which is great, and have several booked this month and next month. So if you're an ASC, and would like to schedule us to come into your office and work with your agents, maybe do a lunch and learn or workshop, love to do that. And agents too as well. Hey, you want to work one-on-one, get those questions answered, always happy to jump on a call with you, phone call or video chat, get you in your account. I know, Juan, I worked with you this morning and we got you into your account and got you on this HomeHub session. I'm great. I'm so glad for that. But yeah, happy to work with you one-on-one or as office groups, whatever works best for you. So get those questions answered, show you around so you feel comfortable with the fabulous, offering this ads and the fabulous value, and why you should use this as an agent for HomeHub, because you're offering your clients just that exceptional value. It's a service. And they really, really see that value too as well. Now, did we have any questions? I see we've got 2 here in the chat. Oh, thank yous. We love that. Yep. Any other questions? Any questions? No? Okay, well, great. Well, thank you so much for attending. Reach out. You can, call or email too if you think of something later. Hey, I've got this question I didn't think. Oh, where to sign up? This is Abe. Yes, so I've got your name here, Abe, jotted down. So what I'll do right after this session is I'm going to send you your password email for HomeHub and then get you in there and you can get started and tour your platform and see what it has to offer. And then let me know if you've got questions after that. But I've got that on my list to send to you right after we're done. So
hey,
yes.
Danielle, can I just add something too? It's a great piece of advice is once Danielle sends that link, or if you need her to resend your login, bookmark it. Just save it so that you have it, because each agent has their own unique URL. It's not like you just go to like a moveeasy.com. Obviously we've rebranded as LiveEasy, but it's still moveeasy.com. So just if she sends it to you, bookmark it, save it so that you have it ready, available whenever you need it.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, Kate, too. I have a lot of people that do that. They bookmark it, it's ready to go. Because I'm in it multiple times throughout the day, I have it as a tab on the top of my choices because I'm in and out of there all the time. I might talk to Debbie, she may call me, I'm ready to go, or an agent. So, I mean, this is throughout each day. So yeah, just that's an easy way just to pop in and out and manage everything in your account for sure. So, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kate, again. So super exciting to have you, introduce these things today and give the overview. We really, really appreciate it. Great job as always. And thank you everyone for attending for our November session. And you'll be seeing, I'm going to record this. So we've got it recorded. So this will be out in our Blue Matters Mondays email, and we'll release that. And it'll also be in our HomeHub on Schmidt Resources or HomeHub Square. So ASCs and agents can grab that and look at it, and if you want to rewatch it or you didn't have a chance to watch it. So thanks again for attending, and start using HomeHub today. Bye now.